Hey everyone, so it's been a little while since I last made a World of Warcraft related video, particularly on something Feral related, but today I have something very special for you. It is upcoming footage, or it is footage from the upcoming World of Warcraft expansion, The War Within. So for you today, I have Feral Druid talents and some of the changes, as well as some of the hero talents. So I don't know if anything has been published yet, or obviously, when I'm allowed to finally talk about this, I don't know what Blizzard is also going to be posting side by side. But yes, there are updates to some of the talents. So let's just kind of look through this. This is just some raw footage, so you guys can stop and start wherever you want to kind of read through certain things if you are so inclined. But I've got everything here for the new UI, the new hero talents, the regular talents, and I was able to play around with this a little bit. Now, obviously, this is the alpha. This is alpha footage, so anything in this is subject to change and probably expect it to change. Um, it's I would anticipate that Blizzard is going to be looking to do a lot of changes to the talents and the classes themselves in the alpha. So be aware of that. Look, you can stop and pause this video now whenever you want to kind of stop and look at some of these hero talents. So there's kind of two things right now with the hero talents. There's Wild Stalker, and forgive me, there is the other one, Druid of the Claw. So these talents are going to kind of fuse you more in line with the other specs in your class. So Wild Stalker is a combination between Feral Druid and Resto Druid, whereas Druid of the Claw, you guessed it, is a fusion of Feral Druid and Guardian Druid. Now, a lot of these talents are baseline passive, these hero talents, but you are going to be able to get all of them on the tree, obviously, apart from where you have a choice node. Of course, you're going to have to select one, but you're going to be able to freely swap these talents around. From what I saw, if I want to change one of these talents, you then just click Apply Changes. You can swap between Wild Stalker and Druid of the Claw, just like you would with a normal talent setup. So you don't have to be. I don't believe you have to be in like an inn or anything like that. You can just swap on the fly. Like you can see there on the screen, it just says Activate, and you would just be able to click over and activate and do that. So it all works quite fluidly. Blizzard did say I think when they announced The War Within back at BlizzCon, they did say they wanted you to be able to quite freely swap between these talents and not just feel like you're super restricted with them. And from what I've seen so far from these talents, I know a lot of these already have been revealed to you, but in case you missed it and you haven't seen anything yet, the Druid of the Claw talents are very much focused around like survivability and getting a little bit tankier. And I think ultimately it's probably going to work out quite well if you're a Guardian Druid in Raid, and you want to like play. You're like off tanking or something, and you want to get the benefit of more DPS, but then still be able to like do taunt swaps and stuff and get benefits from those kinds of things. Maybe it might work out something in that kind of meta, or maybe on like lower level dungeons, you might be able to do some funky creative things. I could also see it being really good in PvP as well, definitely. So there's like definitely dynamic uses of that talent tree. For Feral as well, there are some benefits of like tankiness as well from that tree. And then the Wild Stalker is very much like heal based, so getting a lot more healing, receiving more healing, assisting with healing, as well as doing some cool like vine spreading, which is quite cool and visually looks quite cool. I think I even going to do some target dummy stuff later in the video, so you'll be able to see that as well. But really quite neat. There's a lot of like spreading of these vines and stuff, so I'm interested in that. Again, a lot of it is very passive, so I don't like necessarily. I'm not like in love with passive talents. Ultimately, to me, I was kind of thinking like Blizzard has just made these really cool talent trees, and so why don't they just invest more time in that rather than going and making another set of things to then have to tune and balance? But I think ultimately this might end up working quite well, and I've seen that it doesn't look like Blizzard's is neglecting the base talent trees themselves or the class talent trees, because they're also putting in work there. You can see that there's a couple new talents. I'll just kind of mouse over them here. So up at the top of the tree, there's a new talent here. There's another one here further down the tree that gives you like some versatility and stuff. Again, these are very new. Like I don't have them all locked in my memory just yet. I just kind of wanted you to be able to see these and pause and stop and start wherever I kind of highlight over anything that you're interested in. If you're interested as well, I have some screenshots. So if you want to join my Discord, that's linked below. I can maybe publish those screenshots. I should be okay to do that and stuff. I mean, they're on video here, so I should be okay. So if you do want that, go for it. You could just message your Discord in the WoW channel. But quite cool. They've moved around the tree as well on the class tree. They've made some changes here. They've updated some regular talents as well. This is just like a build as well, by the way, that I've kind of just looked into that I think kind of seems pretty interesting. Getting the Cyclone back is phenomenal when it's bursting weak and you can throw that Cyclone out and all that kind of stuff, or bolstering and you want to stop, you want to clutch Cyclone a mob and stop it from bolstering, like real clutch and stuff like that. It can be pretty neat. So yeah, glad to be able to get that back again. This tree just felt really full for me. It felt like I was just able to finally get everything that I want and not feel like, oh, I really want that, but it's such a heavy investment and I'm gonna have to sacrifice this. Like, there's easily 2 or 3 talent points free that you could use, and I actually go quite heavy into the balance tree as well. So in theory, if you wanted just a bunch of feral stuff and you just wanted everything feral related, you could do that and you'd be fine. So I think now I'm going to end up heading over to a target dummy, so we'll check some of that out and you can see how some of this looks and stuff with Wildstalker, I believe it's called. Yeah, it is really quite cool checking out the alpha. I didn't get to do too much of the other content. Like, I didn't get to take this into a delve or a dungeon at all. Unfortunately, I tried, but it just didn't really work with my schedule and finding a group. But I was able to come do some target dummy stuff. Obviously, no DPS meters or anything like that at the moment, but that stuff will come. You can see here these vines on the right-hand side. These are these vines that I'm like spreading around. One of the talent points that I took is when a vine expires, then it has a chance to spread onto another target. So I'm hoping, and by the way, these vines are going to be spreading via Rake and Rip damage. So I'm playing like Double Clawed Rake, Primal Wrathing, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that in large mob pools with enough Rake spreading and Primal Wrath spreading stuff, these vines should be jumping all over the place and should be quite cool. I also noted that they can stack, so you can technically get a target with double stack of this like gore. I can't remember what it's called, apologies, but it's like it looks like the visual of a rogue poison. I think it's also a herb as well. Is it like Grom's blood or something like that? I can't remember quite what it's called, but yeah, so I was able to do a bunch of this. I was able to do a bunch of like kind of just checking out the new talents and stuff. There are some cool changes. There's what, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 talents that are like new that have replaced old talents, and then there's several. So Taste of Blood is shifted as well. That's had like a bit of a buff. So if at the video you can pause that and check that out, you should. But just have a look through some of these talents. There's been quite a few changes with other things as well. So Taste for Blood changed, and then let's see if I can bring it up again. Yeah, Taste of Blood has changed, and then there's a couple new talents as well. So there's definitely been some. Tiger, is it Tenacity? Tenacity has changed as well. Now it just gives you now it just extends Tiger Fury by 5 seconds rather than like every time you yeah. Well, whatever it was before. Guys, I'm a little bit rusty. Forgive me. Okay? Forgive me. There you go. There's 2 stacks there on the dot from the vines, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out, just getting you guys some footage of the new stuff that's coming. Let me see if there's anything else that I was able to show off. I tried to come into like the new dungeon, so apologies if this is, I mean, obviously all of this is spoilery, but sorry if this is too spoilery for you. There's the art there for it. Then I come on through, looks like it's like some kind of dwarf v Grimace Shake dwarves, I think is what's going on here. I think some of them have had the Grimace Shake, and now we're going to beat these guys up. So I was able to come in and just kind of kill some mobs, but I just didn't manage to get a group. Didn't manage to fill out a group, so just kind of came in, did some schmammage, get into the action. Overall, I like that they're not only looking at doing these hero talents, but also looking to make updates to the regular talents. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, obviously, guys, give your feedback. Like for me, I I want to see the system work well and make sense with these hero talents. That's my focus, is like, I just want it to feel like it's an addition and not subtractive, or kind of, if anything, just like a meh thing, because it's supposed to be a main feature of the expansion. So I'm really hoping it's going to be something pretty neat and positive, and like well received. I'm hoping it's going to be well received. I'm hoping people are going to like it. But let me know in the comments below if there's more stuff that you want to see. If obviously alpha going forward, if I'm able to get more footage for you guys, what kind of stuff do you want to see? Maybe Feral in a dungeon and stuff like that. At the moment, it's still playing very similar. We don't have any tier sets or anything right now, so there's no, obviously like the current tier set in Season 3 that we've got with Feral Frenzy and stuff like that, that's not active right now, so it maybe changes up some of your talent options, maybe changes up some of your playstyle and stuff as well. So obviously what tier set we do end up getting when the raid releases will dictate maybe some of our playstyle and some of our focus. But I'm pretty happy. I don't really need Feral to get like too many major changes. What do you guys think? Do you want to see Feral get reworked in some manner, or have some extensive changes? For me, I'm pretty happy with the playstyle day to day in general. Obviously, it just comes down to, you want your spec to feel good and you want it to be strong, obviously. And for me, that will come down to tuning rather than maybe what abilities we have and stuff like that. So so for me, yeah, I'm like initially pretty happy. I wasn't expecting to see talent changes, but yeah, pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'm glad I was able to kind of put some of this out for you. Yeah, nice to get some Feral content for you guys. Apologies, I'm a little bit rusty on it, but but yeah, take care. Thanks for watching. Enjoy all the new content coming with the alpha release and stuff. Take care.